This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Ray Collins. Tuesday, February 7th. John Scalzi, good morning to you.
Good morning to you. Did you have a good day yesterday? Did you enjoy the outside temperatures?
Yeah, it wasn't too. It was pleasant.
Well, then you can ditto today. It's pretty much going to be the same thing. We had 81 degrees yesterday.
Is that right?
That's
Wow.
pretty warm for this time of year.
Yeah.
Well above average. And today, I think similar. Had a little bit better chance of seeing some rain showers around today, though. You had a few spotty ones around yesterday, but nothing really heavy. Yeah. Today, better chance. Taking a look at the satellite view, you can see the kind of cloud cover that's coming in from the Gulf waters. That's a little packet of energy, and that enhances the daytime heating to give us that chance of rainfall today. Mostly in inland areas, Hardy, DeSoto, Highlands, nothing on radar right now. The day planner shows that we'll have a pretty decent day otherwise. A lot of sunshine for most folks, mixed with some fair weather clouds and a daytime high up near the 80 mark once again today. We have a front headed our way. We'll talk about it in just a few. Back to you.
All right, talk to you soon, John. Let's check traffic now on the Suncoast up in Manatee County. Not too much to report at this hour of the day. Heading south toward Sarasota County. A couple of smaller issues to talk to you about at this early point. We've got something on Amber Lee as well as on US 41. There it is. Amber Lee Drive accident at Honore off Fruitville. Also at 14th Street, an accident there at 41, not too far from us right here. And by the way, we'll have a live picture, by the way, of the downtown area very shortly. In fact, there it is now. We'll tell you why we're showing you that intersection at Gulfstream and 41 in just a few minutes.
All right, well, topping our news this morning, the former Sarasota County deputy accused of exploiting an elderly woman and then trying to kill her is expected in court today.
Frankie Bybee facing several felony charges, including attempted murder, battery, and grand theft. A bond hearing is set for this morning. The charges come after Bybee met the alleged victim while responding to a call and befriended her. The sheriff's office says at some point Bybee stole thousands of dollars by writing checks to himself, and then they say he tried to kill her while making it look like a suicide. Bybee remains in jail. He'll be arraigned on February 24th.
A follow-up this morning on an early morning shooting situation in Bradenton.
The Manatee County Sheriff's Office offered insight onto what really happened 24 hours ago. Residents called 911 about shots fired near 38th Avenue East and US 301. Deputies tried to contact a man inside the house who they say began to fire at them. The SWAT team was called in. The neighborhood was on alert. The chief deputy said they initially thought they were going to a home invasion call.
Later on, we got called out in reference to possible shots fired in the area, and once we came back to the scene, the deputies were fired upon. We did return fire. No one was hit or injured.
When the dust settled, deputies arrested this man, 34-year-old Mark Davis. They charged him with aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer. New details about the city of Sarasota's decision last year to close a food pantry.
Now the regulations that caused that portion of the organization to shut down are being reworked. During Monday's Sarasota City Commissioners meeting, officials voted to rewrite language that would give the Bethesda House in Sarasota some new life. In December, the city's Board of Adjustment shut down their food program, saying the organization did not qualify to offer food because of the current zoning regulations. Now the vote pushes new language to be put in place that would allow the organization to provide important nutritional food and meals to those who have HIV and AIDS and need assistance. Those in support of the program were more than pleased with that victory.
I'm feeling elated right now, and not for myself, but for our clients who suffer from this horrible disease, HIV/AIDS.
Bethesda House has been helping people with HIV and AIDS for 27 years. They will continue to help feed their clients nutritional meals from off-site locations until the new language is complete, which is expected in the coming weeks. And looking ahead this morning, you may see some unexpected cars on the roadways in the coming months as city commissioners give the green light to bring new free electric shuttles to downtown Sarasota. ABC 7's Rick Adams has the details.
In just a matter of a few short months, you'll be seeing these colorful-looking electric vehicles shuttling people around the downtown area. It's a service longtime Sarasota resident Michael Kehoe can't wait for.
I think it's phenomenal. I think it's going to really help the environment, the air quality.
Another big benefit many folks see with this is less cars in the downtown area. For Bruce Baker, he spends 4 months out of the year here on the Suncoast from Canada. He tells us finding a parking spot is always an issue.
I think anything which will reduce the amount of traffic downtown, maybe increase the amount of parking for those of us who come downtown is a plus for the community.
The city of Sarasota approved a 2-year agreement with the Gotcha Group. 7 6-seat electric shuttles, including one that's equipped for the disabled, will take folks for a free ride in a defined area of downtown, about 1.5 miles in any direction from 11 a.m. until 11 p.m., 7 days a week.
But it's an efficient way to get around town, and it's really encouraging people to park, walk, and ride, or park, ride, and walk, either way.
The city will contribute around $339,000 to the project, which comes from remaining funding that's available. The Gotcha Company makes their own money from advertising on the vehicles.
We're very excited. I mean, the city lays out extremely nicely for what we do. We think the residents and the visitors will love it as well, especially make downtown a lot easier to get around.
One local taxi cab owner recently told ABC7 he has no problems with this electric car shuttle service, but he believes it could have been handled a little differently.
They could have talked to some people locally, if they wanted to support local businesses.
Many folks we talked with, young and old, are looking forward to having this service available.
It's wonderful because the main problem with traffic here is the cars parked on the side of the road. So now that you have the peace of mind of not worrying about where you need to park, it sounds great.
These electric shuttle vehicles are expected to be up and running by the end of April. Reporting from Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
The state of Florida has a warning for tax scams statewide. The most common scams are from IRS impersonators over the phone and through email. The IRS contacts taxpayers through mail in most cases and will never ask for a credit card or wire money transfer. It's also important to never give out personal information over the phone, such as Social Security or bank account numbers. The state says last year alone it received 31 tax complaints, with 17 specific to IRS scams. We're learning more now about an apparent cyber attack on the Manatee County school system. Details from our Dwayne Lindo.
More than 7,700 district employees' W-2 forms could have been compromised.
This is a highly organized email phishing scam and has been perpetrated on other school districts, hospitals, and restaurants throughout the country.
Deputy Superintendent of Business Services Ron Serrana says this email went straight to the district's payroll division, claiming to be from Superintendent Dr. Diana Green, with one specific request.
Forward all school employees 2016 W-2 forms to me, attached and sent in a PDF.
Fortunately, the district didn't respond to the request, a request Serrana says that would have never been requested by the superintendent.
The superintendent's very hands-on. She speaks to all employees in the entire district. She's everywhere. She's more proactive.
Once the district was aware of the scam, the IRS and FBI were contacted in an effort to stop the data from these W-2s that may have been compromised.
And they're going to do their own investigation. They're also going to put all our information into their data bank to ensure that if any other individuals or organizations try to file a tax return with any of our names or Social Security numbers, that those would be acted upon immediately.
According to the Silent Group's cybersecurity expert, Serge Jorgensen, with just a couple clicks, the attacker has all the information they need to cripple the company.
They're going to be trying to use that information to file a fraudulent return and set up the return so that you get a tax refund. And they're going to try to redirect that refund. Instead of going to your bank account, they're going to try to direct it into their bank account.
Serrana says employees regularly receive notices regarding these types of scams, but says there may be more.
We need to do it in person with our employees to go through a lot of different types of scenarios.
Dwayne Lindo, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Sarasota police cracking down on drivers blocking intersections. They're warning drivers on their Facebook page so that they be actively patrolling the intersection of Gulfstream and 41. This past week, officers passed out nearly 75 warnings to drivers in just 30 minutes. It's against the law to enter an intersection unless it's clear. They say they'll start passing out tickets, not pink slips, very soon. In fact, here is a live look at a very quiet area right now. It'll be very busy later on, Gulfstream and 41. When you're out there today, be sure to proceed with extra caution around the Sarasota area.
And this morning, we're learning more about the possibility of a new affordable housing in Venice. The mayor of Venice, John Hollick, has been working with a developer to possibly build an apartment complex catered to those who work 40 hours a week but still aren't making enough money to afford rent. Meanwhile, a Venice man is trying to build small affordable homes for that same group of low-income workers.
$30,000 to $40,000 a year job is not enough for someone that's going to be charged $1,200 a month for rent.
On ABC 7 News at 7 last night, the mayor and the man from Venice who hopes to solve the issue of affordable housing told us more about their plans. This morning, you can watch that full version of the roundtable discussion. It's available on Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and Roku. Just search for ABC 7 WWSB. Well, the Suncoast Humane Society celebrating a monumental moment in its efforts to help animals in need.
Yeah, they gave more than 33,000 pounds of food to animals in just 1 year. The group was able to keep pets with their families by providing short-term pet food assistance. It also works to reduce the number of abandoned and surrendered animals in the community. Very nice effort.
Yeah, love animals, and I love that they, local company giving back here to those animals in need. So,
very nice.
Yeah.
Very pleasant day yesterday, and John Scalzi says another nice one on tap today. You want to join us, John Scalzi? Oh, okay. We'll join John and have more after this.
Is debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need
the Debt Ninja. If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS, you could be facing wage garnishments, levies, liens, property seizure, cancellation of business license, closure of business. The Debt Ninja fights your IRS debt. That's why you need the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja has found the best companies in the country who are on your side to fight debt. Want to learn if you qualify for the IRS Financial Hardship Program? Stop the IRS from garnishing your wages. Even if your bank account has been seized, if you have undeclared taxes, if you have existing IRS debt, it's not too late to call, so grab your phone now. Call the Debt Ninja at 800-945-0083. That's 800-945-0083. Settle your IRS debt to get the power of the Debt Ninja. Dial this number now, 800-945-0083.
How hard is it to stop a stroke? It is challenging, it is difficult, and every second counts. A comprehensive stroke center gives the patient a better chance to walk out with minimal to no disability. We are able to offer treatments above and beyond the standard 3 hours after the onset of a stroke. A place like Sarasota Memorial Hospital really increases those chances of giving back a better quality of life.
Are you paying too much for your cable or satellite TV? The U.S. government passed a bill mandating free over-the-air digital transmission of all broadcast network television channels. That means with the new TV Freeway digital antenna, you can get free HD programming from your favorite broadcast networks 24/7 without a bill. You just plug it into the back of your TV and start watching all of your favorite broadcast programs for free. There are no contracts to sign, no hidden fees, and no monthly fees. Just free HD broadcast TV. Take it with you anywhere. Call or go online now to get your TV Freeway stick for the incredibly low price of only $14.99. But wait, call or click now and you can get a second TV Freeway stick for a second TV. Just pay a separate fee, but you have to order right now.
Call 1-800-809-5196 to get your TV Freeway. Call now or go to tvfreeway.com. So call 1-800-809-5196. This offer's not in any store. Call now.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC 7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So currently the air temperature outside is at 61 degrees, a warm start to what will end up being a warm day. A dew point value of 58 degrees, too, is still moist enough to provide us with a chance of seeing some scattered showers around a little bit later in the afternoon. Mostly in inland areas, Hardy and DeSoto, but still a chance at some showers around. East wind comes in at about 6 right now. Southeast wind, there's a little southerly component to that wind. That's pretty important because over the course of the day, it'll become increasingly southerly, and that will again just pump moisture into the area and get us kind of primed for a couple of days where we have some elevated rainfall chances. 64 degrees in Arcadia, Mayaca, Lakewood Ranch the same, so is Bradenton. Parish at 63. 61 degrees, as I mentioned, in Sarasota on Lakewood Ranch, 66. So is Venice and Inglewood and Northport, 60 degrees in Punta Gorda. So looking at the satellite and radar images right now, things are pretty quiet. There's not a whole lot going on here in terms of any kind of radar echoes, and don't expect to see much. Might get a little patch of cloud cover coming our way over the course of the morning hours, but that's no big deal. Back to the west, though, this gathering cloudiness that you see here around the Louisiana Delta region is part of a larger scale system, upper level and surface feature. You can kind of make it out right here, but if we look at the water vapor imagery, you get a better idea. Look at the little, in the last few frames, there's a kind of a twist in the atmosphere. That little twist is a little packet of energy that'll be diving southward through the northern Gulf waters and across the state of Florida later this afternoon. And that will enhance our rainfall chances. That combined with the fact that we will have a little daytime heating, well above average temperatures, and that moisture plume lifting up out of the south, all of those things coming together to give us perhaps a chance at some showers here. Mostly in inland areas along the developing sea breeze front, which will develop again today. So we'll get to Hardee, DeSoto, Highlands County, all having a chance at seeing some scattered showers. High pressure, still the dominant weather feature for us, kind of puts a lid on just how many of those showers and how strong they can get. So we're not looking at a severe weather instance here by any stretch of the imagination. And the total number of showers that we get is not going to be that great. But north of us, in the north central sections of Florida, there could be some thunderstorm activity associated with this system. Two double-barrel low-pressure areas are going to kind of merge together, forming one cold front that advances in our direction. This system swings through today with a chance of thunderstorms in North Florida and a scattered shower for us. Then on Thursday, this frontal boundary actually makes it into our region with a chance of some showers and a cool down just in time for the weekend. Today, though, mostly sunny, dry for the most part along the coastline, and just a little bit warmer as we watch showers form inland. South wind coming in at about 10 knots today, and the official Suncoast forecast looks pretty good. We'll have a daytime high that tops out near 80 for the next several days, and then that good rain chance on Thursday with the front coming through and some cooler weekend temperatures. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much, John. Sounds pleasant for the week ahead. Taking a look at your Suncoast roadways this morning. Traffic increasing throughout Manatee County this morning as we head into the 5:18 hour here. Looks like traffic picking up on State Road 70 and 301. Moving towards Sarasota County, looks like there is an accident towards Lakewood Ranch. It's at Amberley Drive. The accident is at Honore Avenue. There was also another accident at 14th Street towards Tamiami Trail, but looks like that has cleared up this morning. We do have a live shot from Gulfstream in 41. As you can see, not a whole lot going on in that direction this morning, but as we all know, typically picks up as far as traffic is concerned in that direction. So keep an eye out. As you see that sign flashing, do not enter intersection unless it is clear. That is our point this morning as we are out there. And towards South County, Northport and Venice, not a whole lot going on as you are waking up this morning. And a local environmental group wants the city of Sarasota to ban plastic grocery bags.
As our Bill Beth Yates tells us, this effort could go statewide.
We see them everywhere. Plastic bags. They're now the item of choice for carrying almost anything, anywhere. But efforts are now underway to decrease their carbon footprint.
There's legislation that's being proposed that will allow for coastal communities, such as the city of Sarasota, to enact a temporary ban on plastic bags so that they can study the problem to see whether or not it's going to be effective.
House Bill 93 aims at stopping what some are calling the plastic bag crisis. According to conservingnow.com, an environmental website, plastic bags can take between 400 and 1,000 years to break down in the environment, and they never fully biodegrade, instead only breaking down into smaller and smaller toxic bites. The site also shows other statistics, like the fact that nearly 90% of the debris in our ocean is plastic.
Turtles have been known to consume plastic bags, and it's lethal to them. We've seen that with dolphins and whales. Birds can consume them when they break down into the smaller pieces, and it's a significant impact that we have to our aquatic environments around here.
Glenn Compton with Minnesota 88 says that's why his organization wants the city of Sarasota to participate in the voluntary plastic bag ban that would be created by the proposed legislation. But while the city says they have not yet received an official request, many in the community are currently mixed on the idea.
They're convenient for a lot of people, but I think it's a great idea, and we could get used to using our own cloth bags.
I'm opposed to it. I think it's perfectly acceptable to have plastic bags because they can be easily recycled, and also they have a lot of uses around the house.
Bobeth Yates, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
So if approved, the plan could take effect in January and run for 2 years.
It certainly can. We spoke with some people on Facebook who told us what exactly their thoughts were about that ban. Now, Melissa Catherine says we should get rid of the bags, writing us that they would be one less piece of litter in our streets and on our beaches. While Nina Powers comments she thinks we should ban plastic bags within the city and then reuse plastic bags that will remain available in the rest of the county. Now, one of our other viewers from out of town suggests while a ban may seem like a good solution, it may also lead to future problems. Stephanie Ray writing us that in California, bags were banned, but all they did was remake them out of stronger plastic and then charge customers for them at a later time.
To join the discussion, go to our Facebook page and leave a comment. I was a stock boy in high school. Back then, it was paper or plastic.
Right.
Plastic was big back then,
Of course.
It's gone away.
I always try and save mine, at least so when I, walk my dog, at least I can use it for that.
Good use, very good use.
Well, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, one electronics company accused of using their TVs to track consumer habits is now facing justice. How much they're now having to pay up.
And at 5:30, Facebook standing up to a state search warrants issue, how they are fighting to keep users' information private. That story and much more coming up.
Man, he used to hang out with us. Yeah, and then he just stopped. I hope he's gonna be okay.
1 in 5 of us has a mental health condition, but emotional pain can be hard to spot and harder to talk about. Learn the 5 signs of emotional suffering. If you see 1 or more signs in someone you care about, reach out, connect, and offer to help.
Megan, come sit with us.
And our answers for questions.
Visit changedirection.org.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back.
Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions Now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Welcome back. It is 5:25 this morning, and TV maker Vizio is settling complaints that it purposely tracked viewers' habits without their knowledge.
Diane Macedo and Candace Gibson have details.
In today's Tech Bites, a popular television maker is now accused of spying on its customers.
Regulators say Vizio collected data through smart TVs without consent. The TV maker is now paying $2.2 million to settle the charges.
The company also agreed to delete all information collected on customers. And Uber is moving closer to flying the friendly skies.
Yeah, the ride-hailing company is taking the next step in developing a flying car. Uber has hired the NASA aircraft engineer who published a proposal on electric aircraft.
And people can't get enough of Lady Gaga's music after that explosive halftime show. Her digital record sales have now surged 1,000% since the Super Bowl.
One of her biggest sellers is Million Reasons, which she performed with 45,000 downloads, but her older hits also saw a spike in sales as well.
But not
I think
by
it's
me.
all the earworms
I already
from
had them
people
all.
singing it.
Those are your Tech Bites.
Have a good day.
Tech Bites, brought to you by Walgreens.
Look at you, saving money on your Medicare Part D prescriptions. At Walgreens, we make it easy for you to seize the day by helping you get more out of life and Medicare Part D. Now with $0 copays on select plans and rewards points on all prescriptions, Walgreens has you covered. So drop by and seize the savings. Walgreens, at the corner of happy and healthy.
Choosing to eat better shouldn't mean choosing to spend more. Dannon's whole milk yogurt is made with all-natural, non-GMO ingredients with vitamin D. Better food at a better cost, so we can all eat better.
Hello, Moto. It's time to reimagine the smartphone. Snap on a speaker, a projector, a camera that actually zooms. Get excited, world. The Moto Z with Moto Mods. Get 50% off a Moto Z Droid.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
Attention blood clot filter patients. Surgically implanted blood clot filters are potentially life-threatening. Some filters are prone to breaking, resulting in pieces of the filter moving through the body and causing internal bleeding. If you had surgery to implant a blood clot filter, you may be entitled to a cash award, even if you haven't suffered side effects yet. Call the Gold Shield Group now, 888-747-5291, to see if you qualify for a cash award, 888-747-5291.
Flooring Depot has been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties for over 20 years with the best products and installation. Flooring Depot offers carpet, tile, hardwood, and more. Before you buy, give us a try. Stop by our showroom or visit us on the web at bestvaluecarpet.com.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
Gold fever is at an all-time high in the Sunshine State with the new Gold Rush Doubler family of scratch-off games. Everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. With over $1 billion in total cash prizes, the Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Come out to the best party of the season, the
the Goodwill Mardi Gras Gala on February 28th at Michael's on E. Tickets at experiencegoodwill.org.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, President Trump's travel ban appeal is up for discussion today. What you can expect to hear during arguments to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals.
There's work underway in Tallahassee to adjust the death penalty. We'll tell you what could be changing.
Plus, a kidnapping victim setting out to make a difference in cases just like hers. How she's stepping forward to help missing kids in need.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back and thank you for joining us on this Tuesday morning. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Ray Collins. If you liked yesterday, you'll enjoy today. John Scalzi has details of some more nice weather.
Think that's true. It's going to be another warm afternoon. You know, I don't know what happened to winter here. It's gone, it seems like.
It was here for maybe a few days.
A few days, that's it. We'll get another little taste maybe later in the week, but even then, I think the cool down will still keep us above average. So there you go. We'll look for today a temperature of about 80 degrees or so. Here's a live look from the Cortez webcam, and all traffic is moving pretty good on the bridge there. No issues with fog this morning on that bridge, but there is the possibility of some patchy fog across the region this morning, so watch for that. Clouds approaching from the west signal an increase in rain shower chances a little bit later in the afternoon. We'll put the rain chance later this evening in inland areas at about 20% or so. Most of us, though, stay dry with a daytime high near 80. Complete forecast coming up in a few.
All right, talk to you soon, John. Let's check the roads right now. Not too much to report right now at this hour of the morning. Manatee County, relatively quiet as we check the northern end of the viewing area. As we head down into Sarasota County, a couple of issues to talk to you about. There's one at Amber Lee at Honore. You'll find that around the Fruitville area. We also have a live picture for you of a usually very busy intersection, Gulfstream and 41. We're showing you this because the police are cracking down on this area for those who go into the roadway after the light turns red. They're cracking down on that. We'll have details of that throughout the morning. As far as heading toward South County, nothing to report at this hour at 5:32 on this Tuesday morning.
Well, topping our news this half hour, a big day for the future of national security.
The president's travel ban for certain countries comes up today in a California appeals court, and Maggie Rully has details.
We had a wonderful election, didn't we?
President Trump reminding America about his big win as he gears up for a big day today, defending some of his first major decisions as president. On his executive action on immigration, the travel ban on refugees and citizens of 7 Muslim-majority countries.
We need strong programs so that people that love us and want to love our country and will end up loving our country are allowed in. Not people that want to destroy us and destroy our country.
That ban now put on temporary hold by a federal judge in Washington state, with attorneys general from 15 other states and the District of Columbia now joining in the opposition. But the Trump administration has appealed the ruling to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, which will hear oral arguments today. With the ban in legal limbo, travelers from those 7 countries are now rushing to the U.S., reuniting husbands and wives.
I'm overwhelmed. I can't even explain it.
And entire families.
I am so grateful to everyone that helped in this.
As the administration waits for the courts to decide the fate of the travel ban, they're also waiting on the Senate to confirm their pick for Secretary of Education Betsy DeVos. Overnight, Democrats staging a talkathon against the Republican mega donor and school activist from Michigan. At least 2 Republicans have pledged to jump party lines and vote against DeVos. Democrats are now trying to convince one more. If that vote in the Senate goes as predicted, it'll be a dead heat at 50-50, and Vice President Mike Pence would be the tie-breaking vote, assuring her confirmation. Maggie Rully, ABC News, Washington.
Well, President Trump also spoke to troops at MacDill Air Force Base in Tampa yesterday for the first time as Commander-in-Chief. Less than 24 hours ago, he was receiving briefings from U.S. Central Command and Special Operations Command leaders in their headquarters at MacDill. U.S. Central Command operates all of our armed forces in the Middle East. Now, aside from his briefings, President Trump also got the chance to share lunch with some service members at the base, promising his support as he says radical Islamic terrorists are determined to strike our homeland. Outside the property, dozens lined the streets to protest the president's visit. Meanwhile, inside, the president defended his recent travel ban to a room full of troops and Central Command leaders who oversee 4 of the 7 countries it includes.
We need strong programs so that people that love us and want to love our country and will end up loving our country are allowed in, not people that want to destroy us and destroy our country.
Now, President Trump also made what some are calling surprisingly positive remarks about NATO after recently calling the organization obsolete. Now, if you would like to hear what President Trump's entire speech was at MacDill Air Force Base, we have it on our website. Just go to mysuncoast.com.
It only happens once every 20 years, and it's happening right now. The Florida Supreme Court appointed a Constitution Revision Commission. The 37 members of the commission come together to propose changes to the state constitution every 2 decades only. Any proposals approved by the commission would go in front of voters on the 2018 ballot.
A commission that meets only once every 20 years and has the power to put proposed constitutional amendments directly before the voters. Well, I think it's fair to say that is a major event.
Now, the last revision commission in the late 90s recommended 9 changes, 8 of which were approved by voters. Among the changes, the creation of the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. A Senate panel in Tallahassee is taking steps to adjust the death penalty rules. Cases have halted due to recent court rulings. The panel voted for a measure that requires a unanimous jury verdict in cases where the death penalty is being sought by prosecutors. Now, that legislation doesn't address other questions, such as whether current death row inmates deserve a new sentencing hearing. You might recall last year the state Supreme Court struck down a law that said the death penalty could be imposed by a 10-2 jury vote. Lawmakers reconvene in March.
New developments this morning as protesters stand up against the North Dakota Access oil pipeline. Now lawmakers are taking measures to punish some of those involved in that protest. Officials are estimating the protest to have cost the state at least $40 million already, and they are trying to find a solution to prevent further harm. On the table, new bills that could increase penalties for trespassing, rioting, and intentionally causing economic harm. Some suggesting felony charges are a possibility.
So everybody knows a felony is a life sentence. That carries with you for the rest of your life. And I feel this is way too steep for this.
The measures must be approved by the state Senate before being presented to the governor for his signature. The construction of the Dakota Access oil pipeline has been the subject of multiple demonstrations. Protesters say the 1,100-plus mile pipeline threatens the environmental and economic well-being of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. And that's the least of the issues facing officials in North Dakota, as tons of garbage has been left by pipeline protesters. As you can see here at one of those protest camps, now sanitation crews are working hard to clean up the 6 months worth of that garbage that is now frozen into massive chunks of junk. The goal is to get it all in shape before spring, when it could melt and become toxic.
Standing Rock Environmental Protection Agency and Dakota Sanitation are working together to try and avert what could be an environmental tragedy.
It's estimated it will take 250 trucks filled with litter like this to clear the camp completely. And speaking of junk, an International Space Agency has failed in its test to pick up thousands of pieces of space trash flying around Earth. A Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency had a 1-week window for an experimental mission targeting the debris orbiting our planet. NASA believes there are more than 500,000 pieces of so-called space junk in orbit. Now, these are computer-generated images of orbital debris that's on your screen, which NASA says the floating garbage is a potential danger to the International Space Station. Of course, space shuttles and other spacecraft as well carrying people. Japan's space agency was working on a sort of electric tether to slow down that debris and eventually bring it back into Earth's atmosphere. Once there, it would burn up, but researchers said on Monday the mission has failed after the tether did not get released.
New this morning, Facebook heads to court on the issue of privacy. The social media giant is challenging search warrants in New York Supreme Court. Prosecutors in Manhattan sought search warrants in for the accounts of hundreds of Facebook users in connection with a disability benefits fraud case against New York City police and fire retirees. Facebook challenged the warrants, but lower courts sided with prosecutors. So today, both sides make oral arguments before the Court of Appeals. The popular Airbnb wants to help more than vacationers. The company is calling for a campaign that would offer short-term housing to more than 100,000 people over the next 5 years. The plan will focus on refugees, disaster survivors, and relief workers. In one of their recent ads, the company featured faces of people of different races, and it included the quote, "The world is more beautiful the more you accept." From kidnapped survivor to the local news team. Yeah, Amanda Berry was held for a decade in Cleveland by Ariel Kestra before escaping back in 2013. So now she's joining a Cleveland TV station to host a daily feature entitled Missing. She says she wants to offer hope to the families, something that fueled others to continue looking for her back then.
I want to thank everyone who has helped me and my family through this entire ordeal. Everyone who has been there to support us has been a blessing.
Berry disappeared a day before her 17th birthday. She was held captive along with 2 other women, and now she is back to help out others in a similar situation, working for that Cleveland TV station. Good for her.
Good for her to be able to turn such a tragic situation into some sort of good to give back and give some hope to others.
That's right. Governor Scott will honor a Suncoast middle school teacher.
That's right. Lincoln Middle School math teacher Antonio Alves will receive the Governor's Shine Award. That award recognizes exceptional educators and administrators who make significant contributions to the field of education in our state. Now, Mr. Alves, who has taught in Palmetto since August of 2014, is being recognized for being a designated high-impact teacher. Now, that award will be handed out during a meeting of the Florida Cabinet that takes place at 9 this morning in Tallahassee, and we wish him the best of luck in his future endeavors, and big congratulations for him as well.
Done some fast work. They've been there since 2014, already having a nice honor from the governor.
Right. So amazing.
Good teacher. Boy, makes all the difference in the world.
It's true.
I tell you what, you'll remember them for the rest of your lives.
Exactly.
We have some pleasant weather coming up for you today. I think over the next several days, we'll have some changing weather, changes in the forecast that I think a lot of you will like. We'll talk about that in a second.
All right. Well, still ahead, are e-cigs setting up teenagers to smoke cigarettes in their future? A look at how the popular alternative may be creating a gateway for future tobacco use. That's coming up next in your Health Smart.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Once upon a time, there were children who didn't know the magic of books. They didn't have stories to introduce them to enchanting characters. Now you can give stories that change lives. Go to magicofstorytelling.com to give all children the chance to follow their dreams.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
With Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-962-4112. That's 1-800-962-4112. Call now, 1-800-962-4112.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Are you paying too much for your cable or satellite TV? The U.S. government passed a bill mandating free over-the-air digital transmission of all broadcast network television channels. That means with the new TV Freeway digital antenna, you can get free HD programming from your favorite broadcast networks 24/7 without a bill. You just plug it into the back of your TV and start watching all of your favorite broadcast programs for free. There are no contracts to sign, no hidden fees, and no monthly fees. Just free HD broadcast TV. Take it with you anywhere. Call or go online now to get your TV Freeway stick for the incredibly low price of only $14.99. But wait, call or click now and you can get a second TV Freeway stick for a second TV. Just pay a separate fee, but you have to order right now.
Call 1-800-809-5196 to get your TV Freeway. Call now or go to tvfreeway.com. So call 1-800-809-5196. This offer's not in any store. Call now.
We consider the first 60 minutes the golden hour, the time that we can do the most to affect how a patient's going to do. I think what motivates all of us is that at the other end of it, we see them, smiling and happy and going back to their families. That's our greatest satisfaction. Sarasota Memorial Hospital is just an amazing place to take care of people.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Looking at an air temperature that's coming in at around 61 degrees with a dew point of 58. It feels a little bit more humid out there than we've seen in the last several days, and certainly our air temperature a little bit warmer by 3 or 4 degrees as well. As we head into the afternoon, I think we'll see that temperature probably increase by about 20 degrees, so it's going to be another warm one here on the Suncoast. We have a south component to our wind now, east-southeast, coming in at about 6. And across the region, temperatures are generally following suit. We have 63 degrees in Wauchula, Parrish coming in at 63, 63 in Bradenton, 64 at Lakewood Ranch. In Mayaca, it's 64, so it is in Arcadia as well, 65 Northport. Punta Gorda, you've got 60, but it is 65 in Inglewood and 66 in Venice and 66 at Longboat Key. So a very kind of steamy start to the day. I mean, think about it. If you were at 66 degrees right now, you're about 5 degrees away from what our normal daytime high should be. That's how warm we're starting off the morning. Nothing in the way of any kind of rain showers around. The few scattered areas of drizzle down in Lee County and in the mouth of Charlotte Harbor. And today our rainfall chance is a little bit better than it was yesterday. Yesterday we had a few scattered showers, quick moving showers in inland areas, as we mentioned. But today we have a little packet of energy just moving toward the state, going to bring us a little bit of morning clouds, I think, and a possibility of a brief sprinkle. And then back to the west, we also have a system that's approaching us and will arrive here later in the day. So kind of a 1-2 punch in the upper levels of the atmosphere crossing the state of Florida. The second one I think will be more effective at producing rain, and here's why. If you take a look at this, you can make out a trough of low pressure, and there's a surface front attached to it. But more importantly, in the upper levels of the atmosphere, just a little bit of a twist in the atmosphere, visible here by the water vapor imagery, which is a great product that we use to see the swirls and motions in the atmosphere aloft. And here you can see that there's enough energy that it could influence our weather. Now, you add that onto a little daytime heating, a little bit of a sea breeze front, an increase in our moisture supply. You put it all together and stir it up good, and you get a chance at seeing some scattered showers around. In fact, even a decent chance today of seeing some thunderstorm activity in North Florida, something you don't normally see at this time of year, but the possibility does exist. Two frontal boundaries, one producing some cooler air for the northern tier and some snow showers as well, and the second with a threat of stronger storms. They're kind of going to merge together with time and create one front that'll work its way through here as we head into Thursday. This little piece of energy works its way through today, and as I mentioned, some of the storms North Florida could be on the stronger side. Not severe, but stronger. Mostly sunny skies, dry again today, and a bit warmer this afternoon. South wind at about 10 knots, and the forecast for the week ahead looks good. Daytime highs up near 80 for a couple of days, and then the front comes through Thursday and knocks down the temperature by about 5 degrees. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Let's check the Suncoast roads right now. Quiet right now as we start out this Tuesday morning. Manatee County reporting all quiet. That'll change in about an hour. Heading down into Sarasota County now. Some earlier issues have cleared up. You'll see some building congestion there on 41 around Bee Ridge. Busy spot, of course. We got a live shot for you now of an initiative that Sarasota police are cracking down on those who continue to inch into intersections when the light is turning. They're going to crack down now. Do not enter the intersection. And this is a live picture at a busy spot there, US 41 at Gulfstream Drive, where folks go on to Lido Key and St. Armand Circle. There's a live picture right now. That'll be busier in an hour or so. Back to the maps now, heading to South County. Not too much to report on this Tuesday morning. We'll have updates throughout the day, though, here on ABC 7.
This morning in your Health Smart, congenital heart defects affect nearly 1 in 100 births every year in the U.S. and are the most common type of birth defect. Doctors say most defects are caught during pregnancy, but some are not, which is why they say it's important for parents to know the warning signs that may appear in the first few months of life. Now, those include a child not putting on enough weight as they grow and turning blue when they cry.
First thing, obviously, what we call cyanosis, or the baby turning blue, especially when they cry. This is not normal. Babies should not turn blue when they cry. So if they do, that's abnormal. So that's the saturation in the blood. That means there's some mixing, there's some abnormality.
Luckily, doctors say advances in surgical techniques have made it possible for high success rates. They recommend every expectant mother to have a fetal echocardiogram during pregnancy to check for potential heart defects. If a defect is found, it's important that parents find a cardiac center that is equipped to give them the right surgery executed well in order to give their child the best chance of possible living a normal, healthy lifestyle. And a growing number of studies are illustrating the dangers of e-cigarettes, especially in ones used by children. The latest research on the subject, published in the journal Pediatrics, says e-cigarette use by teens during 2014 was on the rise and claims e-cigarettes can serve as a gateway for future tobacco use. The study showed teens using flavored versions like gummy bear and bubble gum were less likely to see tobacco smoking as dangerous and therefore more likely to take up cigarette smoking. Researchers worry not enough is known about the long-term effects of e-cig vapor. The study also said more than 5 million youth could die early from cigarette smoking related illnesses unless youth smoking rates drop dramatically. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Attention small business owners. Penn Funding announces the easiest and fastest business funding program, the Platinum Business Account.
We needed cash fast. Business is good, but this is an emergency.
We needed some new equipment, and the banks wouldn't help us. At Penn Funding, we like to say, yes, you're approved. With your Platinum Business Account, you could qualify for up to $50,000 or more. This amazing new business account funding program is so effective, you could have the cash you need in just days.
I called, spoke with an agent who pre-qualified us, and connected me.
Call now for your Platinum Business Account. If you've been in business for at least 6 months, you could qualify for up to $50,000 or more in just days.
I called Penn Funding and had my money fast.
Need cash for your business? Call Penn Funding now.
Call 800-658-3433. 800-658-3433.
Come out to the best party of the season, the Goodwill Mardi Gras Gala on February 28th at Michael's on E. Tickets at experiencegoodwill.org.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today at our new kitchen and bath cabinetry locations.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop head that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Today is one of the most wonderful days that I've experienced in my life.
Well, 71 years ago, she was a senior in high school and excited for graduation, but then her life changed forever. Meet Frankie Sprayberry. She never got to finish her last semester of high school and never got that diploma, all because of a drunk driver. But at 88 years old, Frankie's dream has finally come true. Now, after years have gone by raising a family, she is accepting her diploma. They say patience is a virtue, of course, and what was once a dream is now a dream come true.
That's great. She hung in there and got the diploma after all.
Oh, how exciting for her. Look
Great
at
story.
her.
Resumes will be going out this week.
Right. She'll be sending out job positions or
That's right.
resumes. Right. So.
We'll have more news after this. Stay with us.